Hello, everyone, and welcome to my Ronde van Vlaanderen preview show. Today, we're going to talk about the men's and the women's race. We're going to start with the women's race. Not many riders yet confirmed, which is interesting. Only 4 or 5 days out from the race, but I think it'll be a very aggressive race. Women's racing is always more aggressive and kind of more entertaining to watch as well. So let's quickly go through the runners and riders that I think can shine in the race. Sunweb have Lucinda Brand and previous winner Corin Rivera. Lucinda was obviously very unlucky not to win the Crossworlds. Corin's the previous winner. Ellen Van Dyke as well. Chantel Black and Anna van der Breggen if she's riding from Bulls Dolmans. Um, Ellen is on a different team this year from Sunweb. I can't quite remember what team. Those will be the main girls that I think that will feature. Others, Hannah Barnes and Cassie Iliadoma could go well from Canyon SRAM. Alexis Ryan could go all right if she's riding, but obviously there's only about 10 on the start list at the moment. Lotte Kopecki's there as well. So I can't really say from out of the riders who's going to win. I assume Van Vluten's going to be there. I think a small group sprint and Chantel Black will take the win. The men's race, characterised by the 3 laps of the Eau de Quermont. Lot of riders that can win this. So you've got a couple of previous winners in Philippe Gilbert, Terpstra, and Sagan. They'll be up there. The Koenig Quickstep obviously have Yves Lampard, Bob Jungels, and Stivar, but then also Florian Seneschal, who won GP at Samin. Lotto with Tish Benoot, Dillier and Oliver Nassen from AG2R. Greg Van Avermaet will be the big figurehead. Obviously, he'll be hoping for more team support from CCC. Don't know if he's riding yet. I think he's going to see how he gets through today if he has started. Set by Mark, he could, depending on how he is. Matteo Trentin would be a bit of a dark horse, as would Damar and Mohoric, and Bosenhagen and Volgren, because they've struggled this year as well. So the big sort of favourite from Jumbo is Wout van Aert. I think he'll podium this year. Sky have 3 potential, 1 likely. Jenny Moscon's been really struggling for form and fitness following an injury this year. Dylan Van Baarle's obviously just coming back from breaking his hands, so I think it'll all be for Luke Rowe. I think it will. Dooley will be good as well. I would like to see Sky as a Brit personally be more proactive rather than reactive in these races. So from the start list at the moment, send Dooley up the road, or send Moscon or Van Baarle or Stannard up the road for then Luke to be able to sit on the wheels and bridge up to. Trek have Stuyven and Degenkov as their 2 main guys, but then also they've got Mads Pedersen, who finished second last year, Edward Turns, Christoph and Gaviria. Christoph will be the main man. Gaviria, I expect, will go in a little move as well. Could be someone Dooley could form a partnership with. Corridon Circus, their big guy is Mathieu van der Poel. It's one of the reasons, as well as Stein de Volder, as to why they've got entry in this race, as well as them going to Pro Continental. Expect some fireworks from Mathieu van der Poel. Expect some real fireworks from him. And the final one is Lars Boom. So, out of those, I think it's going to be in a very aggressive race. De Ronde normally is. 2 years ago, obviously, Gilbert and Quickstep attacked on the Muir. Gilbert soloed for 55k. Last year, similar, but Terpstra soloed from about 30k to bridge up to a group. I think it's going to come down to a small group. I don't expect it to be a solo win this year. It's been nice to have, obviously, Sagan Gilbert and Terpstra solo. I think it's going to come from a group sprint containing Luke Rowe, Stibar, and Wout van Aert. And I think from those, Stibar has the best kick, and I think he will win the Ronde van Vlaanderen. Wout van Aert will take second, and Luke Rowe will take a brilliant third. I think he will be the one that pushes to get the gap and things, because Stibar might have someone like Gilbert or Youngles just behind, and he might try and tactically play it. So Luke Rowe will go on the attack on the Paterberg on the last lap. In fourth place, I think Mathieu van der Poel. I think he'll go out on the attack. I think he'll use it as a chance to see what his body can do on the cobbles at 250k. But I think he will just about run out it. He's a very aggressive rider, and I think that could, and it's his first year on them. So Van der Poel in fourth, and I've been chopping and changing a bit. I think he'll finish in a group with Terpstra and Oliver Naesen. I think Oliver Naesen will take fifth. I'd love to see him win, though. He's a fantastic rider. The other right, I expect Sagan to go well. I just think his form is a little bit behind because of the illness. I think he'll smash it at Roubaix. Tish Benoot has been up and down this year as well compared to last year's dominance. Van Avermaet is missing something. I'm hoping that his the way he rode Omloop and the way he rode E3, just go out and ride hard. I think that will pay dividends for him. I hope it does. Trek, I think, will be up there. It'll be like Ghent. I think they'll have an aggressive race. But I think the three of them, I think the four of them even, are more suited to Paris-Roubaix. I very much think that. Christophe, I think, will just run out. I think the aggressive nature of the race will just be his undoing. So, there's my preview show for the Ronde. I'll be out on the road on the Quermont this Sunday with beer in my hand. Beer aplenty. Enjoy the race. I will be watching it from the big screen. And I will pop a review up after the race someday, and then a little preview show for Paris-Roubaix as well. Thank you, and good night.